Hey everybody, Larry McCarren along with Packers General Manager Brian Gutekunst coming to you from the NFL Scouting Combine. Brian, thanks for the time. First time since it was announced. Football guys, and you're a football guy, are creatures of habit. How about playing in London? That won't be part of the habit.
Right.
What about it?
Yeah, there's probably some unique challenges I think that we haven't had before. I'm excited about the challenge. Hopefully it'll come at the right week. We'll see when that week is, but I know our fans will love it. Obviously I think the Packer brand is all over the world, and I'm sure it's been a long time coming.
Brian, there's been an upheaval in the NFC North. The Vikings and Bears starting over. The Lions did so last season. How are you looking at the division right now?
Every year is competitive, and it always has been in our division. Those rivalries are pretty strong, as all Packer fans know out there. So every year is unique, and just because there's some new faces in those places doesn't mean we're not going to get their best come September. So I don't really expect to see anything different than usual.
Doing what you would call touching contracts and bottom line pushing money towards the future. How comfortable are you with that process?
Very. Obviously, Russ Ball does a great job for us in kind of being very creative and kind of setting things at the table up for our decision making as a group. And it's again, we have a very good football team. Got a lot in front of us, and so we're excited to kind of keep this team together, add to it, and this is a big week for that.
This combine, this particular draft class, what or who will be the headline when it's all said and done?
Ooh, that's a great question. I don't know if anybody ever really knows that. I think there's a lot of good players in this draft. I think there's some areas that it's very strong in, and I know that we'll be able to add to our football team and make us a better football team through this class. So we're in the beginning stages. We got through draft meetings, and now to be able to see the players live, a lot of them anyway, it's exciting for our staff, and we're looking forward to it.
Last week, during your pre-combine press conference, you said you don't evaluate according to needs, but needs enter into the evaluation in a subconscious way. I thought that was very fascinating. Could you talk about that a little bit?
Sure. I think we try to evaluate for our football team. We're not evaluating these players, for the league overall. We're trying to evaluate for our football team. And our football team changes from year to year. So I think a lot of the times the needs or areas that you would like to address as you're evaluating a particular class in the draft or a free agency class, that just naturally you're looking at players that maybe you're not as strong at in that area. So I think it just kind of, in the early parts of the evaluation phase, I think we let that subconsciously kind of come into play as we stack our boards and value players in relation to our team, not necessarily the league as a whole. So that's kind of how we do it. Certainly, as we get to the further down the line, how we, kind of lay out the mapping of what we're going to do, that becomes more of a factor.
When you evaluate prospects, is there the thing that matters above anything else?
I don't think so. I mean, if I had to say anything, just the way you play the game. But I don't think there's any one thing. Every player is different. Their makeup is different. Their strengths, their weaknesses. They're all unique in their own way. And we're always kind of, there's that always saying is what can you do for us, not what you can't do for us. So we're always looking, what can you do for our football team? What can you do to help the Green Bay Packers? But I don't think there's any one thing.
Something else you said last week that was really interesting is that the combine is not just about results. You also like to see how people compete. So there is an intangible element to this, huh?
Absolutely. This is a big deal for these players and these teams, and to kind of see how they've prepared themselves as they come in here, not only for the on-field competitions, but the interviews, how they treat people, how they treat the support people that are working with them throughout this week. So it's a big event, and obviously how they prepare themselves can be a little bit of an insight to maybe how they'll prepare as a Green Bay Packer.
Brian, thanks for the time. Have a great week.
Appreciate it, Larry. Thank you.